we mark and celebrate the 125th year of the American Academy in Rome, but we look towards the future and think about the way the Academy will change to reflect the difference in the way scholars and artists work, to engage a more global conversation with all of the diversity that America represents to the world. This is essential for supporting a civil society. We're delighted to welcome tonight's honorees, Michael Putnam, JHUMPA LAHIRI, Jessie Price, Martin Puryear, and the Mapplethorpe Foundation. We wanted to capture the variety of the activities that residents and fellows engage in. We wanted to underline the role that these critical thinkers and artists have had in society and who continue to change our view of ourselves going forward. This represents the highest ideal of the American Academy in Rome.
The Academy has 125 years because of people like Michael Putnam, because of these extraordinary minds that insisted that their field is not simply defined by narrow boundaries, but saw it as boundaryless, and see that the quest for knowledge and its relevance today is boundaryless. One of many contributions that Michael has made to the humanities is to get us to think about how texts like Virgil communicate a sense of shared civic values. What does it mean to be a citizen today? These texts, they may have been written in the past, but they're not past. They speak to issues which are perpetually human.
Part of the passion for Jessie and Charles is about finding the things that they love. And I find it very inspiring that their relationship is about how to be curious and generous to the world at the same time. And one of the great things that they did was they helped to bring the Scharoun Ensemble from Berlin for a 10-year residency to the American Academy.
Originally, when they had the Scharoun, it was very sparsely attended. Eventually, the first night was full, and they added 2 more nights after that. So it was great. I mean, we felt like we had contributed something to the musical fabric of Rome.
Music needs not just to be written, but it needs to be put out in the community, to be shared, to be supported. The American Academy has become a place where American composers want to go. And it becomes a nexus of musical experimentation that has a huge effect on American musical culture everywhere.
I also want to congratulate JHUMPA LAHIRI. She's a great writer, a Pulitzer Prize winner. I think that JHUMPA, writing in Italian, she has really chosen Italian language as her new place in the world. She belongs to the Italian language, she belongs to Italy.
The Academy is this amazing laboratory that brings in fresh energy that then flows out into the Roman world. It's more than just the production of art and scholarship. There's something even bigger going on there, which is, communication across cultures. I had spent so much time as a human being and also as a writer thinking about other people's movements and feeling the effects and the consequences of other people's movements. I had my 2 languages. I had Bengali and I had English. And yet I was making the space for the 3rd language. I was just making the space for Italian. That linguistic uprooting, it was absolutely intentional on my part. I sort of dug my way out of English. Literally, I dug my way out. The first thing I composed directly in Italian, I wrote in the American Academy. I remember exactly where I was sitting. If you want to pinpoint where this new journey began, it was literally in the library of the American Academy. I'm still amazed that it led to such deep and abiding transformation.
First of all, can I say I love Martin? Martin is one of the greatest American sculptors alive today. He is a true searcher, really on his own journey. He's searching for his own truth. So Todd and I were fortunate enough to work with Martin on the 2019 Venice Biennale, where Martin was the American representative. In the middle of the American Pavilion is a central space, and it has a dome over it. It's very, very Jeffersonian. Martin hated that room, hated it. But then slowly he came up with his piece for Sally Hemings, a slave and also the mother of 5 of Thomas Jefferson's children. And that's a kind of encapsulation of Martin's work. First, you see it for its formal beauty. Second, you see it for the incredible craftsmanship. And then third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 100th, you understand the layers of meaning.
The Mapplethorpe Foundation allows us to recognize photography through the legacy of an artist.
The Mapplethorpe Foundation has never in its history supported a fellowship. We were flattered that we were being asked to provide funds for a photography fellowship.
I'm not a photographer as such, but I use photography in my work. There is a bit of irony that I'm a Mapplethorpe resident artist because the piece currently at the Guggenheim Museum examined Mapplethorpe's photographs of Black men, and in a way was quite critical of those photographs. The foundation sort of set this tone of work being in a critical dialogue. Someone like James Baldwin said an artist is kind of here to present something to the world that at least points to the truth. In order to do that, you have to really look deeply and critically at the society that you live in.
The 125th year is an opportunity to look at the history of the Academy, but also to look at the way it's changed. And it makes possible a critical voice developed by artists and scholars as they come back to the United States or as they perform in a global theater. And this enriches all of us, and it allows culture to grow and to continue to change. It's because of this that the support of the Academy is important.